Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Look Mac Talks. Today I'm very happy because I have one of my favorite bands with me and a great musician. Yes, his name is Juha, and Juha is, I don't know if we say like that because he's from a far, far away country and we are in Portugal and our languages are a little bit different. But the most important is that he's the guitar player, is composer, and founder of Yes, the great, the one and only Swallow the Sun. Jua, thank you so much for being here. It is a great pleasure to have you in our talks.
Well, thank you so much for the great introduction, and but you forgot genius also there.
Yes, yeah, of course. I cannot forget. Tell me one thing.
Joking, joking.
To start, can you tell us how did it all began with the band?
Oh well,
It
that
was
goes.
it was yesterday. It was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. Yes, it was yesterday, 25 years ago. Well, it's actually it's quite interesting in that way that now we talking about. I guess we're gonna talk about Under the Doom Festival
Yes,
also.
yes, we are.
Because we are headlining the other day, and then My Dying Pride is headlining the other day, and now at the moment our singer is singing on My Dying Pride at the moment, and then and the whole band. I mean, I'm old as fuck. I don't know if you can curse on your
Yes,
podcast,
we
but
can. We can do whatever you want.
so I'm old as Moses, let's say like this, and so and I had already like Doom. I love Doom bands, Candlemass, and of course Black Sabbath and My Dark Bride. I mean, like early 90s already, and I had a like a Doom. I made the Doom songs. I was such a big Candlemass fan, so I had a lots of like Doom songs made, and that I played with my band and other things. Even it wasn't that style all the time, not at all. But anyway, so already in the mid 19s, I had this Doom. Uh, I wrote Doom songs and I had these bands going on. But then on the year 2000, when the Swallow the Sun, well, when I wrote the first songs for Swallow the Sun, it was actually My Dying Pride playing on a festival called Ilosaari Rock in Finland.
In Finland.
And I saw them there. I saw them already earlier in the 90s. They were actually warming up Iron Maiden in Finland, and I was a big fan of Pride already that time. So, but then at the year 2000, when I saw them again on this Finnish festival, and because I love the band so much, then I thought, oh, I have to put back, that kind of a doomist. All right, that kind of a songs because I love the style and so in that way it's quite cool to play in this festival and then have a My Dying Pride there. And even strange and cool at the same time that Mikko is singing on both bands at the moment. So everything goes back to 2000. I wrote the first songs and just wanted to get out of my system and we made a demo, got the people around me, and we made a demo out of it and got the deal basically right away. And the rest is history.
The rest is history.
25 years ago, which is quite insane to think that I put up the band when I was 5 years old.
Exactly.
But that just tells how genius I must have been, to compose this as a 5-year-old kid.
Wonderful, wonderful. And how was it the environment concerning music in Finland back then with the doom scene and everything?
Well, I mean, there's been bands before us,
But not so important.
but well, I mean, there's been, but not much of this kind of a style.
Yeah.
Very few like going before us. And then at the moment, basically, almost no one was doing the style that we came up with it. I say we came up with it because it might sound a bit cocky, but I think that even My Dying Pride, Candlemass, and all these bands are huge influence and very important for me. My basic influences come from bands like Duran Duran and Marillion and Rush. And of course, Iron Maiden, Metallica, and these, and but because I have this doom in me. Then when I started to make the songs, I had to say that it was pretty. We found our style, our own music straight away from the first demos and from the first album. That's what I think. So and then so then there wasn't this kind of bands going around. Everybody was just playing fast, still are.
Still are, yeah.
And it's and you know playing death metal and thrash metal and speed metal those times also, and so it stand out also in a mass of all these faster bands in Finland also, and so I guess in a way it was a good time to put up out this kind of a music.
And now when you look back and when you look around you, you can see the influence that you and the band have been make in so many musicians. How does it make you feel? Proud?
Well, I mean, yeah, of course, it's nice to hear that kind of things that "Oh, Swallow the Sun" has been that, and many times they say "Might and Pride," "Swallow the Sun," and "Candlemass," like those three big influences. I'm like, oh, well, how did we end up in this picture? But it's of course it's nice to hear, and then also sometimes you can clearly hear the Swallow the Sun influence on the newer bands, and that's pretty cool. And I never feel like, oh, those bastards, because I've been not copying, but having the influences before me also, and
Yeah.
it is quite honor to move forward, and also because we are not like we are not very basic doom, especially doom band. I mean, the real doom people, they hang us from our balls very fast. Yeah, not doom. You shouldn't even have a synthesizer in the music to be real doom. I don't give a fuck. I'm way too old for that. Already when the band started, I was already 30 that time. So and think about now, or about 30. So anyway, so in that way. I think that also we've been in that way a little bit important, that even it's a bit maybe a curse word for true doom people, but we have brought the music forward and to the future in that way that lots of people find Might and Bright through us, and Candlemass and all this. Even it sounds strange, but we're kind of like a gateway to more real doom bands. So I love that thing also. Even some doom people might not have a good opinion about us, that don't call yourself doom. I mean, who cares?
Ook.
But the thing is that it's good for the all kind of bands that have a like a kind of a doom element in them. And for me, I'm jumping from the thing to thing, but for me, like the actual doom, it's not the tempo, it's not the music style, it's the heart, it's the emotion in the music. That's why like old Duran Duran, Marillion. I always say that the Marillion and the first albums, especially, those are way more doom than any poser doom band that try to be dark and pose all kind of imagine, all kind of things. So the actual heart of doom it's totally elsewhere than the music style and heavy guitars and the slow tempo. That's a poser who says that's only the doom. That's what I say.
And why Swallow the Sun?
The name, you
The
mean?
name. Why? Why?
Well, I mean,
It's pretty strong. Because
I
you
mean,
could burn. You could burn if you swallow the sun.
yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah, for sure. Well, that's doom for sure. Uh,
Exactly.
But I mean, the name it has a few meanings, but it means that the winter time up here in the north when when the sun goes, it, it hardly comes over the horizon and it already goes back down. So it really feels like somebody swallowed the sun from the sky, and that's basically what the thing. There's also like a old Nordic like myths and these kind of stories about the wolf who ate the sun from the sky, and also like with the northern lights, that it's a snow fox tail,
Wow.
waving on the sky. That kind of amazing old stories that are kind of connected to the name, but it's mostly it's about our winter time, which is basically called Kaamos here in Finland. But yeah, that's the name.
That's pretty cool. But everything that comes from the north has something mystic about that. And speaking about mystic, when you began 25 years ago, um, what was the original, I don't know, vision, the original artistic mission that you had in your mind, you and your fellow colleagues, of course? And do you think are you closer to that feeling now, or you're a little more far away?
No, of course, well, I think if you listen to our first album and now you listen to our last album,
Hmm.
people might have a different opinions, but I think you can clearly hear it's the same band. Even it's a long way between, and it's always been our thing is we are not planning anything. We're not planning the music, what we should be, how we should sound. It's the like what I how I began the whole interview. It's the heart and the soul that must be in the music. And yeah, the first two, three albums were a little bit more death doom, a
Hmm.
little bit more basic death doom style. In a way, basic, but I think we already had that our own kind of a touch in it. But still, I think that it's stayed the same, and I know it stays the same because I just can't write anything that is not true for me. I mean, sometimes something has come and I knew, oh, I was thinking about somebody, something else or somebody else than me in this thing, and I throw it right away. But that happens very little because the music comes very fast to me, and that's kind of like that. I hope it will stay until the end like that, because then when the music comes so fast, then it's a kind of like a very honest, and the honesty. I think I'm going to talk about the honesty of at least this band's music until the rest of until I'm dead. But that is very important for me, and because then um, I can always kind of like how do you say, I can well, then you're always going to be 100% happy,
Hmm.
but with the music, if you believe it and you know it came from this place. So then somebody can say that this is the worst crap in the world, and somebody can say this is like the absolute best thing in the world. Uh, Both nice things to hear. I don't, but because I know what it is, and that's the most important thing. And so then neither of those ends is gonna affect you. So that's the heart and the soul that I need to be, and the honesty in the music, and that's what it's been from the first album to the last, and I hope until the end of the band. It will be. I can't imagine myself writing anything else than what
Doing
comes.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Looking back, do you think there can you identify a turning point on the band, or some events that could I don't know, bring you up even higher and even bigger in the honesty that you spoke to us?
I don't know. It's more like the things that took the band down.
Okay.
I mean, it's almost those things. Unfortunately, I'm from Finland, so I'm a miserable bastard. So, so we always think first the bad stuff and bad things that can happen or had happened. We are not like Americans in that way that you just speak about the good thing about the band and promote the good things and only bring the good things. Like a fucking social media, everything is you just show the best thing of everything. So yeah, the first things that, of course, that comes to my mind that are like breaking points are the worst part of, and there's a quite rough things in this band's history. In every band's history, there's gonna be if it's longer than 1 year.
Of
Or
course.
maybe in 1 year you can live through the whole cycle. Also, I don't know, but But yeah, I don't know. Of course, the good things is the quite from beginning already. Like our second album already raised up in official charts in Finland. I was like, what's going on? And it was already like, okay, I guess we, somebody else also understands something about this music than only us and our parents. Well, our parents didn't understand it. That's for sure. But at least the friends. So yeah, those things and those being if I try to be now American and only talk about the good things is they've been quite important. Even there are shallow things in a way. This kind of official charts things going number one already some couple times, maybe two three times in Finland and also like now with this new album winning the Finnish Grammy, which is I still don't understand that. How is it? There's something there's something really wrong about Finnish Finnish people that they actually that the band like us can have a Grammy. So, but I love Finland and I love us for the same reason that we are so open-minded
Yeah.
and also other things also than the superficial things in the music business matters. Even it's mostly that everywhere in the world. But I don't know. There's an answer for you. I really don't want to go to the darkest
Yeah,
moments because
of course.
it's a but they've been as or more important and important of course than any
Yeah.
this kind of a process. But it has made the music and the band what it is.
You spoke about social media. What do you think about that and about the way that music has been treated now? Spotify and all that stuff. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's a endless swamp. I know, and 100 years long answer, but I try to get it short. It's so like you say two-edged sword. This whole thing with the social media because there's so much good thing that you can promote the band.
Yeah.
Well, you used to be promote the band for free. Now you have to fucking pay even for that so much to reach more than 100 people from
Yeah.
your hundreds of thousands who might get the news, which is very annoying.
Yeah.
But it's a business. Like, what can you do? And but then maybe more about this thing about that you have to. And yeah, we are old men. We are old band, so we are not like the best of promoting ourselves. Like I didn't do any interviews for years and years, and I've been kind of like I try to stay away from like social media in that way. I mean, I am in social media and I check the things that are going on, but to put myself in there, I for years and years for many reasons I wanted to stay away and then kind of like do as little as I can. But it's a hard business because that's exactly what you should do. It's exactly what you should do, like post fucking every day and keep and of course try to show only the best side so people wouldn't like leave after the first second, which is quite hard with this kind of a band. But then again, everybody who knows us more and knows that we are actually even the music is well, there's many things. There's lots of beauty in the music and lots of sorrow and lots of darkness and lots of light. There's everything in the music, but it's taken as a very
Yeah.
depressing and sad music. But we as a person also we are qua the other end of the spectrum in many ways. So so kind of like how to put these things together. It's a hard thing, especially with the social media way. So and I personally I kind of hate it that the bands I love are posting stuff. Oh, taking a fucking shit in a toilet. How are you doing? Yeah, yeah. I'm just, I'm playing guitar. I'm just writing a new song, and I want to have some kind of a mystery, some kind of a like a. I don't want to know. I kind of like I kind of want to have the mystery of the musicians and the music and everything, which it was in the old days. And I would love to just disappear from the social media. I have to say, like like as myself there, like wipe away everything. But at the same time, it's very important, and it's not like I would do this, or the social media like feeling, oh, I'm gonna puke, I have to do this. It's not that thing. But I wish we could have a older days in that way, that there will be more
Yeah.
mystery in the music and the musicians too. I really don't want to know what you ate for breakfast, or when you took a shit, or or anything like that. So keep it to yourself.
Exactly. Give us the music and the rest is yours.
Exactly, because the music is the only thing that matters at the end. But these days it's the opposite. It's the other things that matter, and then the music maybe. So it's quite sad in that way. But
Yeah.
but hey,
It's
that's
what we have in nowadays.
yeah, and still there's a lot of people who care about the music, of
Yeah.
course.
Yes, yes,
Otherwise, I
yes.
don't think that we will be talking here.
We wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't be
Exactly.
talking. Tell
Yeah.
me one thing. When you compose, during that phase, that process, which part is more, I don't know, important, but which part come first to you? You think of the atmosphere, you have an idea for a riff. Tell me all about it.
Well, like I said earlier, that the music comes very fast. I mean, it comes very fast, and there's lots of people who don't believe me. But I mean, why would I lie this? Well, I guess I could lie about this thing just to, sound cool in that way. But the music usually it comes 2 to 3 weeks, and the whole album is ready.
Wow.
But that doesn't include the lyrics, which is always that's the hardest part actually for me. The music, when it comes like that, it comes so fast. It's kind of like it's hard to remember those times, which I kind of hate. That I could tell more about those things, but that suddenly it's just there. And but it's a lot of this thing, a lot about this thing, that I don't play any instruments. I don't touch the guitar. I don't touch keyboards. I don't do anything on purpose at home. Even if I would like to, kind of, you start to feel, oh, I will kind of like, but I'm not doing. I just let everything pile up, and I live here in the middle of the forest, with lots of animals around me and everything, and so when I go to it is very cliched, but when I go to the nature, the music just pours in, and I can help it. So many times I do get some super important melody or some riff, and I just do it in a phone, and I just continue, and then it stays somewhere also in the back of my mind, and then suddenly there's almost like a force that forced me to take the guitar, and then I usually know it's happening again, like in Twin Peaks. It's happening again, and the album usually is there in about 3 weeks, but less than a month always, like the ready songs. So that's how it goes. I don't know if it's gonna stay like that, but that's how it's been for a long time. And then but the music for me, it's much more about the pictures in my mind, and almost like short movies. And those are also, if I don't see those things when the music comes out, then I don't do it. You have to have like a pictures and movies and these kind of things on your head. It's not just like, oh, this is a cool riff. This sounds like a Cannibal Corpse. Okay, okay, great. It's not like that. It has to be. It's a kind of a thing together with the music and what you feel and what you see in your mind. Then it's Follow the Sun.
You spoke about, you had something about Twin Peaks, and now you're speaking about the movies. Um, and would you like to do a soundtrack for a movie?
Oh, absolutely. I will love it. I
Yeah.
will. I will absolutely love it. And hopefully, maybe one day I
Yeah.
will. I started to think if I've ever been asked. I'm so old that I don't remember these days anything. I have a memory that there was something that I was asked to do, but anyway, so I wish that, because that would be amazing. That would
Yeah.
be an amazing thing to try out at least.
Yeah.
But then again, if, like I've been telling also many times in interviews, that if I would start to write like for somebody, I have a deadline and I'm there's I have to write something. Actually, I don't know how it will go. I've never been asked in that way to, or I never had a timetables.
Yeah.
So, and which is the most important thing for me. I told the band, I told the management many times, and the record labels that you can't put like a deadline for me. That you have to have a music. I know it will be easier to do future plans and everything, but it's like I'm never gonna go into that. I'll let you know when the music is ready, then we can plan. So that's that, and that's how it's always gone, and that's why I think that our albums are 10 plus
10 plus.
because
But
I always had that.
they are. You spoke earlier that the lyrics are a little bit. I'm going to use the word harder. I don't know if it's okay,
Yeah.
but why is that? Because it's harder to put in words the feeling.
It's not even that. It's
Mm,
more the actual music.
mm-hmm.
Even it's the melodies and the songs can be quite ripping your heart. The melodies and kind of like ripping your soul apart. A lot of the music, but it's still a kind of like the music is the actual music gives me it kind of like it feels it yeah it feels like a heaven in many ways as much as it feels like hell, but there's this kind of like a almost like a healing, purifying feeling on actual music, and then the lyrics,
And then
because
the
I
lyrics.
the lyrics are even there's been and there is a beauty also in the lyrics, and but it's kind of like when because the music is kind of like it's yeah, I don't know. It's so much more in different kind of a level in your heart and in your head. But then you have to actually write down the lyrics, what you feel and what those things. It's maybe when you see, you
Hmm.
can't see the music, but you can see the words.
Yeah.
So
Because the music, we can feel it. We don't have to read it, right?
yeah, there's something about that is always the deepest hell in many ways. That when because I know that I can't write about surfing in a Caribbean. I can't write about sailing the seven seas, riding a dragon and saving the princess from the tower, or going into the battle with my sword or whatever. I can't write that kind of a thing. So I know that what I'm gonna write then it's gonna rip my heart out in many ways. There's nothing I can do about it. It's the Finnish side.
It's the feeling.
Yeah.
Can,
So
can you when you tell me that I do understand what you say because I do love the songs of Swallow the Sun, and I do love the feeling that you give me and the voyage that you make me go.
thank you.
But do you when you say that the lyrics they almost rip your heart? Can you imagine that someone that is listening to the music may feel the same? Because it's pretty incredible when we listen to the lyrics and we have this kind of connection. It's so cool.
It
You
is beautiful.
Yes.
It is as sad as it's beautiful that. But we yeah. This life is not easy for anyone.
No, no.
Yeah. Somebody don't have to row the boat on the upstream. Somebody can just flow down with the boat, but you still have to, we are in the same boat
Yeah.
in many ways. Some of us has to go the upstream with very short these these things. But I don't know. But something strange about it is of our music and the solos and music is that people seem to leave the concerts and feeling better
Yep.
and feeling like a healed in many ways. Maybe it is because they can listen. Oh, this bastard has it even worse than me. Maybe it's that. I don't. I don't know. But I don't.
Maybe because you can put in music and in words something that we are feeling and we don't know how to do it. And through you, we can express ourselves.
Yeah, well, maybe, and I hope it is like that, and I think it is that, and I know it is like that, and that like the things on our shows and the gigs when I connect with the audience and I can see how much it means, and it's people crying their eyes out and they are smiling at the same time, which is the best thing I can see is that they are smiling and crying at the same time. That's the best thing because that's what I want this music to feel. It will be the last thing that I want that the people, you know, leave the concert and they are feeling even worse. Like there's like no hope. There's nothing. I really don't want that. That's the last thing I will want with the music. So, yeah, I mean, it is a shared thing, and it is quite beautiful in many ways. But I'm very happy that there's other kind of music
Of
than
course.
this kind of music also in the world, because that would be terrible. I'm
Yeah,
not
no.
I'm not listening this kind of a music like 24/7, not at all. So that would be too much. So, but it's good that there is all kind of at least this and the other kind of music too in
Yeah,
this world.
absolutely, absolutely. In the music of Swallow the Sun, I when I hear it, I can feel there is a balance between the dense and heavy layers, but with the melodic and atmosphere moments. Um, it's harder for you to accomplish this mixture in studio when you are recording or when you are playing live.
Not really. I mean, it's been I've been or we've been blessed to have this group of friends and these players
Yeah,
in a band that for some reason everybody pours out their heart into the instruments, and they really can play from the heart, and it's amazing thing. I mean, because I know that there's lots of people who it's just like give me a give me a beer and vodka and let's play some death metal. It's a feeling also death metal. I'm not saying that, but there's so much technical
yeah,
thing in a playing, kind of like a lot of this kind of thing, that it's more like a sport, the music, who plays the fastest, who plays the slowest maybe, and everything, and it's yeah. Anyway, so I've been always amazed how much all the people in the band from the past and at the
and now.
moment, the previous members and who are now in the band, how much you can hear from even when you're recording the album. It is a little bit harder than the playing live, because I wish could record the albums from the live gig many times, but then again it would sound so shit that you couldn't release it. But yeah, so it's very easy for us to put the emotion and the feel in the albums, because we've been blessed to have this group of people
Yeah.
who play. Everybody's actually amazing, player in a band, I had to say. So maybe that's one of the reasons that it's also easy to put the emotion in the music, so you don't have to kind of think that much.
Mm. You released your last album in 2024. It calls beautiful name, Shining. And we were speaking about movies. I don't know if it has something to do with that or not, but can you tell me a little bit about all the ambience, all the atmosphere, and the goal that you intend for this amazing record?
I mean, the Moonflowers album, that was one before,
Yep,
and it was the COVID album. It
yep,
and it was, anyways, it was so it kind of reached a pinnacle of something in me that my whole body, every fucking atom in me was screaming, you know, this is not gonna end well. Please, you can we can feel it. We can hear our heart and our body screaming to you, kind of like take a step back, because the next step is gonna be over the cliff. So and I've been hearing that voice. I still hear it in me a lot. But that time, that voice after that album and everything that was going on, even with the terrible lockdowns and everything, and then everything that was in my is in my heart was in my heart and everything. It was such a you can hear it from that album. Fuck it, I even paint the album cover with my own blood. So it was it was, yeah, and the next step, if I would have kind of like go even darker, I can't plan if I'm gonna go dark or if I'm gonna go whatever way. It is what comes out.
Out. Yeah.
But these voices in me that that feeling clearly was leading me to this Shining album. Even the name Shining, yes, it's very. This album is very far from any kind of a happy, shining happy people. REM song people. Well, that's well anyway. So but yeah, it led me to this point that that the warning bells were ringing so fucking loud, louder than ever before. That somehow this music came out. Something in me listened to those bells, and clearly, I can only do what comes out naturally. And that album came out naturally, and it came exactly in the right time, in the right place. And yeah, there's lots of posers who been saying that, oh, this is a pop album, and it's not, this is not real. I mean, again, luckily I'm so old that I couldn't get offended that kind of things. I just feel happy for these people that they don't actually, you, they actually can't see, they can't feel what is in the album. I feel happy. I wish I would be one of them, because the album is anything else than kind of like happy, but there is a uplifting feeling on it, kind of like a more sparkling, bright, and of course, because we first time we did the album with this amazing big producer Dan Lancaster, and that was also a new thing in this age when you'd been like well that time, yeah, 23 years or whatever it was in that point when this Shining album came out, and the band, and doing albums the same way. It was also kind of important for the band and the future also to kind of like step aside a little bit and do something out of the norm in that way, to do things a little bit different way, and it turned out perfect. I mean, it was exactly because it's exactly what came from that honesty I've been talking about. So yeah, it's a sparkling, shining Death Doom album, and I'm super proud of it. So
You must be, because it's beautiful. I keep listening it over and over again. So
thank you,
it's
thank
beautiful.
you so much.
When how do you cope with I don't know, with creative blocks, with creative lockdown? How do you cope with it?
Well, I don't, because like I said that
It doesn't happen to you.
it would happen to me if I would be like most of the people who are doing all the time music, kind of,
Yeah.
writing. Everybody can do things their own way, but for me, it's always been crazy to hear that, and that when people say that, yeah, I wake up in the morning, I do some coffee, then I start to write the music from 9, 10 o'clock, and then I stop 4 o'clock. I'm like, what are you fucking doing? That sounds like a work. And I don't know, maybe I should try one day what will come out of that kind of a thing. That's just writing, and having timetable, doing music from this to this. And for me, it sounds totally insane because because the way I write is like I told you, I don't. It can take months that I don't touch the guitar. Even I want to, I kind of feel it, but I don't. I'm not going to do it. I let everything pile up for the reasons I told you
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
So in that way, because I always say that every album is our last album. I don't know if the music is suddenly going to pour down like it has been always. So I can't say it, and I'm not going to start to write if it wouldn't pour down. I wouldn't start to write. Like, okay, I guess I have to wake up 10 in the morning and start to write, and let's see what comes out. I'm not fucking doing it. It has to come, from some other place, and then it comes out like that. So I don't have a writer's block in that way, because
Yeah.
because I don't write until it pours down on me, and then
It's
it's like
like a river. Let it
yes,
flow. Let
a
it
very
flow.
narrow river, but still,
Not a
yeah,
very narrow,
yeah.
but life is not narrow, so let it flow.
Exactly. That's exactly that's so true, and so kind of yeah. Anyways, yeah, there's the answer. No writer's blocks.
No writer's block. And now you are coming to Under the Sun, one of our dearest festivals and a big event that is going to be held in Lisbon during this month. And what are your expectations for this show?
I don't know. I'm super happy to come. I love. We played in Portugal many times, and I always love those shows. And so yeah, and even amazing. What is there? Saturnus and Antimatter and lots of great band on both days. Shitloads of amazing bands. So it's gonna be amazing night. I'm super sure about that. So yeah, I mean yeah,
And
I loved.
what can we expect from the line from the set list and what are you going to play? Don't tell everything. Let's keep it mystery.
Well, I mean, yeah, well, there's no mystery. We're gonna do what we do. We're gonna pour our hearts out on the stage and play and yeah, you just have to come and see.
I'll
Yeah,
be there.
I think it's gonna be a pretty amazing. Yeah. So yeah, it's not a surf festival for sure.
No, it's a beautiful, and the venue is beautiful, and the crowd. I think you're gonna love it because they are really great. How do you choose the songs for a lineup in the concert?
Well, I mean, we try to have a kind of like when we do the set list. Actually, I don't know how long we have time to play, but I haven't checked. But anyways, well, if yeah, it's very hard to do if we only have like even 40 minutes is very short
And very
time for us
short.
to,
Yeah.
to do us kind of like to build up the set, because it's not just like going like some metal show that everything is just double kick drums and solos and that's it. So we try to kind of like build up a story, almost like a movie. Not almost a movie, kind of like a feeling throughout the set. So yeah, that's what you can expect, and that's what you're gonna get. That's
Before we go, I'd like you to make a challenge. Tell everybody to come to Under the Doom. What would you say to them? For those who doesn't decided yet, should I go? Should I not go? What would you say?
well, I mean, the world is quite fucked up. Oh, it's all. I guess it's always been, but and it's everything. The fucking social media, everything is feeding us bad things, depressing things, things that gives you anxiety. All this fucking war and pain and misery everywhere. There is a other side also in this world, which we're not seeing much because we are just being fed this thing because we look at it and these all these algorithms and everything is going to feed us more of this
Yeah.
fear and this pain, which is unfortunately there. But there's also it's very hard to remember, but how much beautiful things and how much there's a good people out there and beauty in this world. So then you might think that, oh, why would I want to go in this fucking doom metal thing and get even more miserable? But what we talk about, it's actually it's actually a cure almost into this heartache and this depressing people, depressing world, undepressing people on a chart in fucking
Yeah.
countries. So so there's lots of reason to come, and even it might sound that why would I want to go to the Doom festival? I think you're gonna get out there feeling much better after these shows and these concerts. So I think that's the only thing that I can kind of like tell and say. At least I hope you're gonna come out from there feeling much better, and because the music heals at the end. So and it gives you, I think it gives you hope for the future in many ways. Even many times the song and the notes and the words are not telling it, but I think the music is a cure. It
Absolutely.
will be the cure for this whole world, but all the other things matter. But under the doom, all the notes are gonna be they are gonna be cutting you in your heart, and they are gonna be healing it at the same time.
Everybody come. It will be fantastic. Yuna, thank you so much. It was a huge pleasure. I'll be in the front row to see you play. And I'm so happy that you come to Portugal. And I'm very glad and very thankful for this interview. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and don't come to the front row. Go more in the middle of back there, because
Okay.
that's where you can see the lights and hear the good sound.
It's a deal.
So there's not going to be anybody in the front.
Everybody in the middle of the room.
Yeah, yeah.
Yuna,
So
thank you
thank you
so
so
much.
much. I really
Thank you.
appreciate this, and I'll see you there.
Yes, thank you. Have a nice journey to Lisbon.
Thank
Bye
you so
bye.
much. Thank you.